well. We want to give all praise and glory to our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, in the name of our Lord and Savior, Yahawashi. Peace, mercy, and blessings be known to brothers and sisters throughout the four corners of the earth that are waiting on the second coming of our Lord, Yahawashi, Hamashiach. We actually had a situation earlier before camp. I guess it's like a little church ministry was going around here, I guess, talking to people and giving stuff out. And we talked to a couple of the guys about their doctrine, and they didn't want to answer questions, man. So
I'm sure it is.
Basically,
you could have told me it's that.
Let me see here, man. This is a spiritual warfare, man.
That's right.
Because you got people out here that they know that they need a hope, they need a message of deliverance.
That's right.
The bad thing about it is that most of the time it's going to come from basically your oppressor and your own people.
Yep.
You know, these fake churches that our people got set up.
Right.
But today, the state of our people, and for our people to actually go to our oppressor, the same people that destroyed us, it's unbelievable, man. It really is.
And these guys out here giving out food and Bibles, but can't quote one verse out the Bible. And when we quote verses out the Bible, they attack us and say, you have to tell me that don't mean nothing. Just because we know the Bible, they say that don't mean nothing. That just goes to show you that these heathens, man, this book is not for them. He tried to compare the book to a manual, like a cell phone manual. Like anybody can use the manual and use the cell phone. Once you learn the manual, you can use the cell phone. As meaning, once you learn the Bible, you can get in contact with the Most High. That ain't true.
That's not how it works. You gotta do.
That's right. I told them they got a different manual for Mercedes, different manual for a BMW, different manual for a Honda, and a different manual for the children of Israel compared to these heathens, man.
Yep.
And this Bible is our manual. This Bible is not for everybody. It tell you that.
Exactly. This is Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Because when you look at someone coming in on a church, into downtown street preaching, you gotta remember that this stuff was set up by different organizations, man.
That's right.
You got Jesuits, you got different orders on the left-hand side. You got set up churches and different things like that, and then they go around doing their so-called missionaries, and then they basically go infuse Edomite supremacy in the minds of the people, and these people convert over to Christianity, and then they come out and push it on to your people. That's right. And the reason why they push it to your people because of the fact that they know that they want to keep your people under being docile. They don't want you to believe. They don't want you to believe that you're going to be free from captivity. They want you to believe in America forever, man.
That's right.
They believe that they want you to believe that this place is an everlasting empire. You know what I'm saying? Like I was talking to my cousin last week. I told him, I said, America's going to be done. I said, this is not an everlasting kingdom, man.
That's right.
A lot of our people believe that this place is an everlasting kingdom and land flowing with milk and honey.
That goes to show you how they read their Bible, man. Tell you that the kingdom of Yahweh going to be everlasting, man. Mm-hmm. So it can't be two kingdoms. This is Ephesians 5 and verse 6. Let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of God upon the children of disobedience. Woo. That's what these guys out here preaching, man. Vain words, man. Lying words. Mm-hmm. Out here laying hands on people, man. Handing them out pamphlets with false doctrine on it. Deceiving our people, man. People already down and out, man. You think they need to hear that type of stuff? That just put them in the worst condition that they are, man.
Yep.
Walk up over here, they over here laying hands on people, man. You got three heathens. Each one of them got their hand on this brother over here, man, that was laying on the ground. Ain't no telling what they did to that man.
Yeah.
I know it didn't make his condition any better. I know that.
Yeah, like the brother was saying, don't let no man deceive you with vain words. This caused the wrath of God come upon the children of disobedience. Why? Because if you go listen to these Christianity, you're going to go do what they say. And because you're under the curses, the wrath of God will come upon you.
That's right.
You got Jake out there that was grew up in Catholicism, believing that they could go commit a crime and all they got to do, they're going to go kill someone. And then all they got to do is confess to the church father.
Yeah.
In the Catholic Church. You know? The Most High bring calamities upon them.
That's right.
And that's all through the deception.
Don't go confess your sins to them heathen, man. Now the scriptures say do confess your sins to your brother. But you don't go confess it to them heathen.
These people know our people are jacked up, man. You know? They know our people are jacked up in the game. That's all I'm going to do. Like the brother said earlier about the book being for the children of Israel. This is Psalm 147 and 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel.
That's right.
He hath not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh.
That's right, man. That's right. And the ones that's got this word, these heathens ain't going to be able to separate us from the Most High, man. They can come up here with all this false doctrine, talking all of that woo-woo. That ain't going to separate us from our Messiah and the Most High. Not at all.
Yeah, it's too late for that, man.
Right.
The word is already out there. There's enough brothers that have believed on the gospel the right way. That it's already too late, man. Because they've been trying to deceive our people for a long time. People that brought Islam to our people, globally. Because this is a global thing, man. The Islam thing is like been going on for like 1,400 years. 1,400 years, man. A mass deception.
Yep.
Now you got people trying to they already done brought you to Christianity. They see Jake trying to leave Christianity, so they pivot. And they say, well, look, trying something else. Now they getting people into Ifa religion. Which is basically the original form of voodoo.
That's right.
You got Beyonce pushing that stuff on albums. You know, you got people out here pushing that stuff and talking about the Ifa and all this stuff. People like 21 Savage and all these different rappers and entertainers.
They got a new show, man. It's a new Jake sitcom. I can't think of the name, but it got the twin on it, Tamara.
T and Tamara?
One of them. I don't know which one of them it is. She's like a husband, supposed to be an ex-football player, and they moved from Seattle to down south. But all the episodes is pushing different type of things. One was pushing a women's agenda about the little girl in school. She in there fighting for the rights to wear whatever she want at school. And then the other one was, and then in the same episode, the little son them, he got on dresses and stuff, walking around, like everybody equal. You can wear what you want to wear. And there was another episode, I can't remember what it was, but it's just all pushing that, it's pushing those agendas, man. That pushing that up on our people and putting them in a different type of mindset, thinking all that stuff is okay. Romans 8 and 38. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Yahweh, which is in Yahawashi, Hamashiach, our Lord. So no matter what these heathens do, man, or no matter what they try to do, with the music, with the TV, with the media, it's not gonna be able to separate us, man. Yep. You're not gonna be able to do nothing against God's elect. You can try whatever you want to do. Now you're gonna deceive a lot of jakes, but you ain't gonna deceive God's elect.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. That's the reason why. They were shocked, man, that we stood up boldly against them. We let them know that they ain't got that what they're pushing is wrong.
That's right.
They didn't know how to handle themselves because they know our people are looking for acceptance from anybody, man.
Yep.
Our people are looking for acceptance from anybody that can get it from, man. And we're looking for acceptance from our Lord, man.
That's right, man.
This is Psalms. This is concerning the guys that were out here earlier. You know, a lot of our people that are oppressed and how they feel. Okay, this is I was listening to this yesterday. It's Psalm 56, starting at verse 1. Be merciful unto me, O God, for man hath swallowed me up. He fighting daily oppresseth me. Mine enemies would daily swallow me up, for they be many that fight against me, O thou most high. What time I am afraid, I will trust in thee. In God I will praise his word. In God I have put my trust. I will not fear what flesh can do unto me. Every day they wrest my words. All their thoughts are against me for evil. They gather themselves together. They hide themselves. They mark my steps when they wait for my soul. And that's what they do. It says they gather together. And you know, even when you go into Psalms 83, it talks about how the nations will gather together. They watch the steps. They see how bad you're doing. And they're coming to continually keep you in an oppressive state.
That's right.
This is what we're dealing with. Because really, at the end of the day, when these people go back, they're going to talk down on Jake, man. They come here to basically further continue his oppression, man.
That's right.
They're not going to let him know that they are part of a system that keeps him in that state of oppression. They'll go back home, and then they're going to call him whatever slur that they want to call him, that where they grew up. You know, if his daughter grows up and wants to date one of our men, they're gonna say no, you can't do that. It don't matter if the guy has freaking a master's degree, he works as a freaking investment banker or whatever. They still gonna be mad and upset. But then you gonna talk about John 3:16, love and Christianity.
Yeah, don't know the Bible again.
That's
the only scripture they brought out the whole time we was over here talking with them. John 3:16.
They didn't want to sit down and let us break it down either. That was their runoff scripture, John 3:16 and go.
They flee.
So let me guess, the oppressor that took over this land and committed all kinds of wickedness across the earth and subdued whole nations of people and put our people into captivity and slaughtered them wherever they went. That they was pushing John 3:16 too?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Edomites don't believe in this thing, man. That's why they got the highest rate of atheism, bro, on the planet. It's including them fake Jews. He didn't want to. I was trying to see about Jewish people. Well, let's look at their rate of atheism. You go over there, they have the highest rate of atheism on the planet. Is them so-called Jews, them fake Jews, them Israelis, as they call themselves, as they've been calling themselves since what 1948. A new coined up term that never existed, Israeli. Because they can't call themselves Israelites because they know better. What you got, Ock? It ain't time to be listening to lies anymore, man. Don't make lies your refuge.
Too late. It's too late in the game for that.
But that's basically what's going on, man.
It's too late in the game, man, to be listening to these heathens.
Like I got to choose.
Trying to use our Bible to try to help us. This is Psalms 50, verse 16. But unto the wicked, Yahweh said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? We asked him who the new covenant for. He said it don't matter. Seeing thou hatest instruction and cast my word behind thee. When thou sawest a thief, then thou consented with him, and has been partaker with adulterers. Just like it was the Indian and the Edomite woman, two heathens. They consenting together, man. Out here trying to preach the Most High's word to Jake.
Yeah, when I asked him about our people in India, he didn't want to answer a question.
Yeah. Because he know he oppressing them. His people oppressing them out there.
Him, it wasn't for him to answer.
Right.
No. Because at the end of the day, that's what they want to do, man. They want dominance, man.
Yep.
They want a tiered level of dominance. Other nations are okay with being under Esau as long as they get their piece of the pie. Our people get the crumbs.
They good with it.
They good with it, man. Like I said, that guy, if his daughter grows up, he won't let him marry a Christian, Jesus-believing Jake.
At all.
He'd be against it. But again, it's talking about all nations can be saved. Oh, he's a Gentile, this, that, and other. If that's the case, then you shouldn't care about nationhood.
Yeah.
You shouldn't care about nationhood then at that point. That should be abolished. Everybody comes from Adam.
Yep.
So everybody's the same. Since we all believe the same Christianity. That's really why we were talking about last week with the Mormonism. That's really why they had to break. They had to go and do modifications, because what happened was in the 60s, Jake started going into like Nation of Islam, especially like in cities like Chicago, Detroit, New York, Philly. A large number of Jakes started converting over to Nation of Islam because they were disenchanted with Christianity and became enchanted with Nation of Islam, which is they're both false religions.
Same thing.
But what it meant to them is that you couldn't maintain a level of control over them because they no longer believed that your people were that so-called Jesus, Edomite Christ, was a Messiah. And that's a level of control that they lost, and they didn't want to lose that no more. Yep. So they said, well, look, you Southern Baptists, some of y'all are going to have to start allowing them in your churches. Back in the day, you couldn't go to Lakewood as you was a Jake, man. The lady had a Lakewood shirt on, bro. So they from Lakewood.
That's where they probably from.
Yeah, they from Lakewood, man. They're from Lakewood Church, which is basically Joel Osteen's church. Back in the day, when his dad was preaching, Jake couldn't be there, man.
Come out here and ran them out. We ran them out the corner.
Yep.
They didn't know this our corner. This where we be at.
Yep. They ain't gonna come nigh here again.
They slithered on away from here real quick.
And even the daughter, man, the little daughter was trying to give Ox up, man.
Yeah.
Ox wasn't even taking it, man. We don't care if you little kid or nothing. Mercy don't. We don't have to treat you the same, man, kid. Or adult, man.
Don't want to touch nothing what y'all got. You come over here trying to give us some ice water.
Yep.
Keep that.
They was having a counsel about how to deal with us after the situation, man. They was counseling, like, man, what do we do, man? These guys don't even accept what we're saying. They clearly upset at you because you called you an oppressor. I mean,
but they all agreeing with each other though. They know. That's why he was over here taking up for the Edomite woman. He know. Acting like us being oppressed wasn't such a big deal. Oh, y'all need to go on with all that. Okay. You're gonna see.
Yeah, a lot of you Jakes feel the same way too, man. You Jakes out there denying Edomite supremacy, saying that it's only an us problem, we're our greatest enemy. You don't have no understanding. That's why a lot of you guys. Look at A$AP Rocky. A$AP Rocky was talking trash, talking about the Trayvon Martin thing or the Brown.
Yeah. He
said that he can't relate. He said, I live in Soho, man. I don't know what they talking about over there in Ferguson. He said, I can't relate to that. Let's talk about my music. Let's talk about these models that I date. He was basically putting down what our people were going through. Now he over there in Sweden, and people still trying to be on his side about that, man. Dude's a clown, man. It's like a lot of our people, man, clowns. Straight want to put their head in the sand and deny what's actually going on around them.
They said that.
A$AP Rocky, the rapper.
That's why the Most High got him locked up now this week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You over there now in Sweden, got Kanye West and Kim Kardashian talking to Donald Trump to get him out.
Yep. You forget him, man. That dude is, let him be with Esau when the day of trouble comes, man. Get that Isaiah 13. 13. Yeah, Isaiah 13, man. Because you got a lot of our people, man, y'all want to join hand in hand with this devil. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
This is Isaiah 13 and 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Yeah. That's basically what's going to happen.
That's right.
You can't sit here getting with the same people that linked up to destroy us, man.
Yep.
That's what happened in the book of Maccabees, man. A lot of our people, when the Greeks came and took over, when the Greek Edomites came and took over, and under Antiochus, you had a lot of our people that sold out directly and started basically locking arm in arm with them, man. And what happened? What did the Maccabees and the people that was down with the Maccabees against the Greeks do? They killed them, man. They killed those traitors, man.
That's right.
That's what the Most High is going to do to a lot of y'all people, man. You Boule, you guys that's in the fraternity, you Eastern Star, yeah, the woman can get it too. Okay, because y'all part of the problem.
That's right, man.
You pastors, you entertainers, you rappers.
Yep.
All y'all, man. Because all y'all got y'all's gift on this side, and then y'all go and try. Then y'all go and be willingly used to deceive the masses of your people.
This is Ezekiel chapter 9 and verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city, and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. So that's like the brother just said. All you found joined hand in hand with these heathens and these other nations, the Most High gonna put you to death, man. If you ain't got that mark, whether you old, young, you gonna get destroyed by the Most High. It's plain and simple, man. And that's the word of Yahweh.
When we go into like the Maccabees, this is our first Maccabees 3 and 58. And Judah said, arm yourselves and be valiant men, and see that ye be in readiness against the morning, that ye may fight with these nations that are assembled together against us to destroy us in our sanctuary. For it is better for us to die in battle than to behold the calamities of our people in our sanctuary. That's how you have to have the mindset, man. You have to have that same mindset, spiritual. It's better for us to stand up for this thing and die than it is for us to basically unfold under pressure like a lot of our people have, man. Selling out their souls for some FRNs, man, soon to be the chip.
That's right.
All for fame in a world with what you call, with what the scriptures call perishable crowns, man.
That's right, man.
You want the crown that fades not, man. All this stuff, all these accolades that people have gotten on this side is not going to be remembered, man.
At all.
You saw me telling these Jakes, oh, man, you're going to be a legend forever. Oh, Michael Jordan, you got 6 rings and 6 finals MVPs, man. Forever locked in eternity as a legend. That's not even going to be remembered, man.
As I say, the wicked, his name shall be wiped out the earth, man.
Yeah. Not going to be remembered, man. Don't let these people deceive you. But like the brother brought out earlier in Ephesians chapter 5. Let no man deceive you with vain words, man.
Yep.
That's how the Esau deceives you, man. Have you out there thinking Jesus for what you done when you know damn well that you went and took a Faustian pact.
That's
man,
why the Bible calls the man
the
the devil, man. It's deception. Deceiver.
Yeah, well, then the principalities in the darkness in high places.
Right.
Satan works directly with the people that rule the wicked rulers of this world.
That's right, man.
And that's how people are getting blessed on the left-hand side, man.
This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 19. If ye be willing and obedient, ye shall eat the good of the land. But if ye refuse and rebel, ye shall be devoured with the sword, for the mouth of the Lord has spoken it. It's plain. You don't obey the Most High and His word and be obedient, He says He's going to destroy you, man. And His word tell you, don't be joined on to these heathens, or you're going to be destroyed.
Yeah, yep. Because it's deeper than dealing with your own people, man. You got to separate yourself even from your own, the people you came up with, man. You got to know how to basically balance that and distance yourself, man. Because a lot of our people, man, this is like it's like in the Matrix, man. You got a lot of Agent Smiths out here, man, trying to take you down. There's a lot of them, man. There's more of them than there are us that believe in this word. You know? They're going to try and do whatever they can to get you on their side, man. Because misery loves company, man.
Yep.
Misery loves company, man.
That's why
they know Christmas is fake. They know all these holidays are fake, dude.
And they know the Most High laws are still in effect. They know this. But what's all the Christianity churches preach that is done away with. You can just do whatever you want.
Do as thou wilt, man.
As long as you have faith in Jesus.
Yep.
It's just that simple, huh?
Yep.
Man, come on.
Just like that video, remember a few weeks ago with that lady?
Yeah.
Talking about she was a pastor. She's an ordained minister.
Uh-huh.
She was saying that you can do whatever you want, man. She's like, well, lesbians, you can be a lesbian gay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that Edomite priest. She was a priest.
Just straight going up against the Bible, man. And a lot of you people believe it, man. Y'all sit there and just be like, yeah, man, don't judge.
That's why this thing is spiritual, man. That was Jacob. This brother was up there preaching the word. And then you have Satan come and steal it. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, it's every time.
Yep.
It's like just pretty much about 99% of the time we out here preaching the gospel, we're going to have a demon come up here and try to steal the word.
Yep.
It happens all the time, man. This is a spiritual thing that goes on. You know, and a lot of people can't see that.
Yeah, it's a spiritual battle, man.
Yeah, it's a spiritual battle. And that's exactly what it is.
That's why when the dude came up and told us about Jesus, I said, you know that's not his name. 2,000 years ago, he didn't say, oh, Yeshua.
Yeah.
I said, then why didn't you, if you believe it was Yeshua, why'd you tell me it was
Why
Yeshua?
you didn't say Yeshua? Yeah.
Because he was in deception, man. You don't even know what name to call him, bro. In straight deception, man. Might as well go back to worshiping Krishna and Vishnu and all them 8-legged idols that y'all worship over there, man. You know?
Yep.
Might as well try and be a Gandhi, man.
Right, exactly. That's right.
You don't even know which name to even call your Messiah. You're in the deception.
Straight confused, man.
People know what the deal is, man.
How you gonna be out there trying to tell somebody about the word and you don't even know not one scripture in the Bible, man?
Yeah.
Not one.
Except John 3:16. Old, tired up, used up scripture that they never break down.
Even your master Satan know the Bible, man. Come on.
Yep.
And you don't. These heathens, boy, they never amaze me.
Yeah. In the day of trouble, they ain't gonna be on your side. When there's pandemonium, when there's economic collapse, you're gonna see, man. Like it says, oh, that's in Isaiah. That's in Isaiah 13 as well. Right? That's Isaiah 13, like talking about what, verse 12 or so? You should be able to trace your own. What is that? About 12 or so?
Yeah,
13 and 14, right?
Yeah. This is Isaiah chapter 12, verse 13. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall be removed out of her place, in the wrath of Yahweh of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as the chase roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own land.
Yeah. That's what it's going to be like, man.
That's right.
Everybody's going to go to their own people, man.
That Elamite, that Edomite,
they're going to be together.
They're going to flee on up out of here.
That Edomite's husband
She
and
gonna
her
turn
kids are going to say, hey,
She out here because she the overseer of them.
Yep.
That's what it was.
Yep.
She was the overseer of them.
Yeah, because they wouldn't feel comfortable.
And they couldn't even understand.
They felt they were blessed being with the
yeah.
being with one of the priestess of Edom, man. One of the priestess of Satan. They felt more empowered being with her, man. You know, ain't nothing for Esau to just pop up in any country talking about they're a missionary and get away with whatever the hell they want to get away with.
As soon as the true word come out, they flee. It's like we say, this is spiritual battle, man. Mm-hmm. And the truth gonna prevail every time.
Yep.
The truth gonna prevail every time. When the truth come out, all that false doctrine, it got to go.
Yep. Because they were surprised. They didn't even know what we was here for.
They was over here set up, man. With
they
they was set up right here with coolers, with a big old crate full of Bibles. They was set up.
Yeah.
And it's stopping everybody past. When I pulled up to park, bro, this corner was full.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, what was going on? I thought this place was open. But as soon as we come over here and start speaking the truth, them jokers start backpedaling like a crawfish, man, and got up off the corner.
Man, ain't no more. The deception is waning, man.
Yeah.
Can't continue to deceive our people anymore, man.
Right, man. We're running all that stuff off.
Like it says that the scriptures already talk about the awakening, man. About how the bones came together and shaking.
I should have told
came upon them.
I should have told them I don't want to see them downtown no more.
They would have believed it too.
Shoot.
Joel Osteen don't know what he's talking about. They know, man. Joel Osteen sitting there collecting his money while they're out here coming out trying to do some work. We don't care about that, man. Man. Some kind of sound going through. Got something?
Yeah, I got it. That's in Isaiah 14. Okay. This is Isaiah 14 and 24. The Lord of hosts has sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass, and as I have purposed, so shall it stand. That I will break the Assyrian in my land, and upon my mountains tread him underfoot. Then shall his yoke depart from off them, and his burden depart from off their shoulders. This is the purpose that is purposed upon the whole earth, and this is the hand that is stretched out upon all nations.
Come on, bro.
So the Most High, man, said he is going to bring down the hammer on all these nations, man.
Yeah, because you can't free a people unless you take them down.
That's right, man.
That's what he's basically saying. He said, I can't even free. He said, I got to break the yoke. I got to break them and break the yoke off.
He got to destroy these other nations before he can free his people.
Basically, he got to reverse the things to us.
That's right.
Because there is no. Yesterday, Jake was just came out. I forgot his name. Something Holman, Clavis or Clifford or something like that. He's from Philly. I think from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
He was in jail 28 years, man.
Oh yeah.
They just let him out. The then persecutor had evidence that he kept. That really could have not even allowed. He didn't even need to even go to trial. If they brought out that evidence, he shouldn't even have been shut up in court or even taken in as a potential suspect.
And I'm gonna prophesy how much the brother gonna get. 1.2 million. I bet you that's what they're gonna give him. That's what they give him out. Yeah, 1.2 million.
He spent 28 years, man, for a crime he didn't commit. Jake, last week, they just got out. He was in jail for 30 years. for a crime he didn't commit.
Just think how many other brothers in there for that, man.
Yep.
For crimes that they didn't do.
A lot.
It's just ridiculous, man.
They just put cases on you, man. They just come, put something on you, or say, oh, you was there, you killed this person, he wasn't even there.
Yep.
Oh, look at the Central Park 5.
Yep, Central Park 5.
They have that on video where they were basically coercing them to basically say that they were there. And then they said, well, look, you did it. Then a guy that was locked up, he later confessed that he was one that did it. He even broke down the whole crime scene. Like how he did it, where he was, where he put the lady, or where everything happened. They matched his DNA. They released them, but they was already in jail all that time.
Yep.
They didn't put them persecutors in jail.
That's right.
So we need justice, man. Our people need justice.
Yep. We need reparations for that, and we ain't talking about no monetary reparations.
Yeah.
We need blood.
Yeah. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, a life for a life.
That's right.
Esau will tell you, an eye for an eye make the whole world blind. Yeah, because you already plucked out the eye, right?
That's right.
So you don't want nobody to give retribution to you. These devils don't want vengeance to come upon them, but it's going to come upon them heavier than any other nation has ever got it, ever. In the history of mankind, man. The whole world, there's going to be a whole paradigm shift to where everybody's going to be like, damn, this guy actually ruled at one point? They're going to be shocked. That's going to be a miraculous, that's going to be a supernatural takedown, man.
Yep.
Because the way it's going to happen, the world ain't even prepared for it, man. It's going to be just a complete takeover, man. A complete takeover, man. To the point where it's like, that's why this stuff is so far beyond our people's mind, because our people, they believe that they're perpetual slaves to Esau, man.
Yep.
Everything that comes out of this man's mouth is the word of God to them, right?
Yep, that's right.
You know?
Sitting on the throne as he to pretend to be God.
Yep.
And Jake believed.
Yep. They really believe that. Got something?
Zechariah 1:15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. Therefore, thus said the Lord, I am returned to Jerusalem with mercies. My house shall be built in it, and the Lord of hosts, and a lion shall be stretched upon Jerusalem. So the Most High is displeased with you heathen, man. Just like these heathens over here trying to preach the word, all they doing was bringing more affliction upon our people out here, man. And the Most High said He's displeased with that. The Most High He working on trying to build up the house of David, man. And these heathens are working behind his back, but think they're working behind his back to tear it down. But it ain't gonna happen. Thus said the Most High, man. The Most High is gonna rebuild Jerusalem right before their eyes, and then He gonna use the elect to destroy this place, man. So these heathens, they need to get up off the block. This ain't their block no more. This block belongs to Yahweh. And that's why they fled, because they knew that, man. They felt the presence of the Most High right here. That's why they left. That's why the scriptures say the wicked fleeth when no one pursued it. Because the wicked fled because they feel the presence of the Most High right here. That's why they had to roll, man. They ain't gonna come try to hand us some water. I don't want your water. I got some water. Come get some of this living water. That's what we told him. Come get you some of this living water. And he ain't want that.
Most High, man, is coming back to give this the world to His elect, man.
That's right.
That's why they had to fear, man. In fact, this is Psalms chapter 48, starting at verse 1. Great is Yahweh, and greatly to be praised in the city of our God, in the mountain of His holiness. Beautiful for situation, the joy of the whole earth is Mount Zion, on the sides of the north.
Yep.
About Babylon, the city of the great king. God is known in her palaces for a refuge, for lo, the kings were assembled, they passed by together. They saw it, and so they marveled, they were troubled, and hasted away. That's what they did, man. they haste, they were troubled, and they hasted away.
Scattered right up out of here.
We go over to Psalm 50, starting at verse 1. The mighty God, even Yahweh, had spoken, and called the earth from the rising of the sun unto the going down thereof. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, God hath shined. Our God hath come, and shall not keep silence. A fire shall devour before them, and it shall be very tempestuous round about him. He shall call the heavens from above, and the earth, that he may judge his people. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice.
That's right.
Now that God couldn't answer when I asked him who the covenant was for. The people that made the covenant with the Lord by sacrifice was the children of Israel.
Children of Israel.
And specifically the elect. Because the covenant by sacrifice ultimately is talking about the sacrifice of Yahawashi.
That's right.
Those that made the covenant by sacrifice of Yahawashi is the people he's going to gather together, man. Like Yahawashi said, I'm going to gather forth mine elect from the four corners of the earth.
That's right.
Which are also the saints, man. The saints ain't other nations, man. Other nations can't be saints. How's the Most High prophesying from the beginning of a global takedown of other nations to free his people, man? And you talking about other nations can be saved. And who's the enemy, man?
Right.
Who needs to be delivered from who? That don't make no sense.
Messiah coming to deliver his people out of these other nations, man. These other nations going to get cranked open, and his people are going to be released from out of that bondage with them. That's what's going to happen.
If you don't believe you're in captivity, man, and you're sitting back and you don't believe that you are in captivity, or you and your people are in captivity, you're probably a heathen, man.
Yep, that's right.
Straight up.
You ain't a heathen, you're an enemy of the Most High.
Yeah. Because if you can't even see oppression, these people think that the Messiah came to basically just hug the whole world, man.
Yeah.
But they don't read red letter anyway, man. They twist it up.
Right.
Basically made him a hippie.
That's right. This is Psalms 148 and 50. 148 and 14. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye Yahweh. So the saints are the children of Israel, man. In order to be a saint, you have to be one of the children of Israel. Period. And this is what the children of Israel, the saints, are going to indulge in the future. This is Psalms 149 and 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of God be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all the saints. Praise ye Yahweh. So we're going to have, it's going to be an honor for us to bring vengeance upon all these heathens who brought havoc upon our people, man.
The saints come marching in.
That's the saints, man.
The saints come marching in. That's what it's talking about.
And that 144 come marching in. Oh, how I pray that I be in that number. Oh, when the saints go marching in. That's exactly what that's talking about.
Yep. It don't make no sense for Edomite to be among that number, because they're in the power seat, man.
Right.
What are you conquering? You already conquered the whole earth.
Right.
Like I said, man, those look up any nation, remote island on the planet, Esau and conquered it, man. I don't give a damn how small it is. You will go on the Wikipedia and you'll see that at some point or another, Esau came through and extracted resources or people from it.
Yeah.
Period, man. That was prophesied that this man would get the whole earth, man. So he got to get taken down. This is Sirach chapter 48, starting at verse 5. Who didst raise up a dead man from death, and his soul from the place of the dead, but by the word of the Most High? Who brought his kings to destruction, and the honorable men from their bed? Who heardest the rebuke of the Lord in Sinai, in Horeb, the judgment of vengeance? Who anointeth kings to take vengeance, and prophets to succeed after him? Who was taken up in the whirlwind of fire, in the chariot of fiery horses? Who was ordained for reproofs in their times, to pacify the wrath of the Lord's judgment before it break forth into fury, and to turn the heart of the father unto the son, and to restore the tribes of Jacob?
That's right, man.
That's on God, man. Yahweh, man. He's doing that. He's destroying the tribes of Jacob, man. He raised up kings for vengeance, man.
That's going to be part of our reparations, man. Restoration of Israel, man.
Yeah.
Bringing back the house of David. Ruling this earth.
Like I was telling my cousin last week, man, I was trying to break it to him in layman's terms. I was like, listen, at the end of the day, for our people to get out of the condition that they're in, I said either one or two things are going to have to happen. I told him, I said, look, you look throughout history, there's no time a group of people were conquered by another and they went on a diplomatic, political level, talking to them about basically freeing them. It always happened via an actual war, man. A complete hostile takeover, man. And that's what the Most High is setting up, a hostile takeover. A global hostile takeover.
That's right, man.
Period, man.
That's it.
I said, that's it, man. He agreed. My cousin was like, you're right. I said, so voting is a waste of time. I told my cousin. I said, these people ain't going to stop putting their foot upon our necks, man. They think that the Most High is not going to show up, man, and deliver us. So they're going to continue manipulating, making you vote, killing you out in the streets, just like what happened with Eric Garner. They just came back again and said they're not going to press charges again to the cop that choked them out.
Yeah.
Now, what you going to do about it? You think you're going to go to the poll and vote again, and it's going to stop happening? You Negroes voted for 2 different elections for Barack Hussein Obama, and not a damn thing happened but you being killed in the streets on national news, TV. The whole world was seeing it. And them devils is getting not guilty, man. So you think that you're going to go and vote for somebody else and this stuff is going to change, man? Get out of that delusion.
Jake is done. Jake is done.
You know? Get out of that delusion, man. No. Well, you know what? Most I want some of y'all to stay there, man. Sadly enough, we want some of y'all to stay in that delusion, man.
That's right.
That's why a lot of times, man, when you talk to people, whether it be your people that you grew up with, your family, your kin, whatever, and they just want to stay that way, sometimes, man, you just got to let them stay there, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to let them stay there, man, because the Most High does this for a reason, man. He wants people to be delusional. He wants some people to wake up and believe. You know? So at the end of the day, you can't control that, man.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, ever, even forever and ever. Now that was stressed. Forever, ever, forever, ever. That means for eternity, man.
Yeah.
So these devils gonna try to put up a fight. But it ain't gonna be no battle. It's gonna be like taking candy from a baby. Because we all know these Edomites is weak anyway, man.
Yeah, they can't. See, they're what you call front runners. Esau only feels confident when his weaponry is up to par.
Right.
When he's got superior weaponry, he feels more confident. That's being a front runner.
Yeah.
That's like believing your team's gonna win because y'all stacked the deck with like nothing but Hall of Fame players. That's what it is. It's like being a fan of a team.
Yeah. And
your team already got the best players at every position, and you talking trash.
Yeah.
Of course you're gonna feel like you're gonna win because you looked at what you got. You hold all the artillery, man. And you know what I'm saying? So of course you're gonna have that confidence, but let it be equal. Even you get scared now.
They can't do nothing.
They're cowardly people, man. They only front run.
That's right.
They're not wanting to go into a situation at a disadvantage, man. That's why one of the worst places for Esau is in fighting sports, where he's one-on-one with another person, man. When he, that's where he ain't got no advantage, man. He got to square up equally with his opponent in that ring. That's why a lot of them they be the ones that start a lot of these fighting sports, but they start leaving them. Over time, they start leaving them, man, because Jake come in, you got to go up and heads up with Jake. Now you're getting demolished. Now y'all got to start leaving the sport. You know what I'm saying? You got to start leaving the sport. That's the same thing with this, man.
Yep. And this all these Edomite nations, they should be all on the same team, but right now they divided against each other, man. And that's a damn shame. The scriptures tell you that a house divided against itself shall fall. And that's exactly what's going to happen with Esau's kingdom, man. You got Russia against America. You got all these heathens going against America. Y'all all need to be on the same team, man. If y'all want to exercise y'all full strength and power, y'all need to be on the same team. But it ain't going to happen. That's just the Most High preparing to take y'all down, though. That's what it is.
Yep.
He's preparing this place to get taken down.
That division, man. Is that Mark 3:25? About Satan divided against himself.
Yeah. This is the book of St. Mark, chapter 3, and verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but has an end.
Yep.
That's what's going on right now.
Yep.
This kingdom is divided against itself, man.
And the reason why, because of greed.
Right.
Greed amongst their own men. They're seeing, why would I want to trust this side? Why would I want to trust them on the other side when they basically trying to take over the whole earth and it's not going to be left for me?
Yep.
Because amongst them, you got men like Putin that want to have their own, man. And they don't want to fall under the authority of other people, even of their own brethren. So they're going to set up their own situation to make sure that they see what's going on, man. They saw that certain nations were being scooped up into the European Union, and it was going further eastward towards their territory. Like, hold on, man. We gotta stop this. China's like, shoot, we gotta stop this too. We're gonna join in with y'all. They created the BRICS.
Yep.
To basically stop the economic hegemony of primarily really NATO, but really the U.S. And then other nations is joining up on each side, trying to figure out how they can fit in because they know that it's going to lead to a conflict. But really the best thing for them that done, that they wanted the whole power technically, we're saying technically, it's all get together, man.
Yep.
The Russians, y'all get together with the U.S., y'all become one big Edomite, and just take over everything, man.
Yeah.
Just keep the control, to you. The Most High set up the division among them, and at the top.
They all got that greed.
Yeah. They all want their piece of that pie, man.
Yep.
That's why they want to switch up the monetary system, man. They got Facebook pushing cryptocurrency now. Because Facebook is one of the places that has billions of people that actually are logged into Facebook. At any given time, you got well over a billion people that have signed up for Facebook. So you can then implement a cryptocurrency system to then get people off the dollar, which is ultimately what the bankers want to do. Institute that chip.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 9. Woe to him that covet an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, that established a city by iniquity. So the Most High say, woe to you, Esau, and you other nations, for being so greedy, man. Think you sitting on top of the world because you got everything right now. And to get that, you stepped on top of a lot of people to get there. But the Most High say destruction to you, Esau, and it's coming real soon.
The Most High basically, when you establish your land, you can't be doing certain things, man. You did a lot of evil to establish this great city called Babylon, man. This is a city, it ain't a nation. A nation means you come from a same forefather, man. A lot of you Jakes that believe you're Americans, y'all believe that the forefathers over there in Mount Rushmore is your forefathers, man. Our forefathers are Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man.
It is.
Not those 4 Edomites on the wall over there in Mount Rushmore.
That's Esau forefathers, man.
But Jake wants to be an American so bad, man. Jake talking about being an American citizen. The Black's Law Dictionary, when you pull up the Dred Scott case, it defines the Dred Scott case as a case that said that so-called black people are not American citizens, man. And are only going to be granted the rights in which granted certain privileges that the government would allow them. Y'all can go get a license. You can go get a passport. If they want to change that up, they can change it. At some one point, y'all couldn't go eat where Esau ate. Y'all couldn't go to the same hotel that Esau went to. But they granted that later to you. That's why they treat you the way they do. That's the reason why it's not against the law for a policeman to kill you in the streets, man, like a dog. Oh, forget that. They treat dogs better.
That's why Esau feel like he's the corrector of Jake. Anytime he see Jake just doing it like the slightest thing, he don't even know him. He always go butt in the business and try to correct him. And he'd wind up getting into an altercation with him because he going over there not minding his business. Think he the one supposed to keep Jake in line. That's how Esau feel. He's the one, he got to be the one that gonna keep Jake in line.
Because like I said last week, 2 weeks ago, he's a surrogate father, man. Esau's is adopted father, man.
I had a brother at the job
of Jake, man. He's like the bad stepfather.
2 brothers at the job, man, were just telling me what happened to them last week. They parking to make a delivery, and Esau calls the police on them because they parking, down in the middle of the parking lot in a strip mall, and they blocking some handicap spot. But he was in the store eating donuts, and he gonna go tell them how to do their job. Say y'all need to be making the delivery around the back. Man, mind your business, man. Then the police come over there taking his side. Talking about I'm about to write you guys 2 tickets. But and then when he realized he really couldn't give him no ticket because they wasn't even parked in the parking space, he gonna say, how about I just call a state trooper and have the DOT pull you guys over? Woo! Like, come on, man. When this man gonna quit?
That's why it says in Daniel, man, he wear off the saints, man.
When is this man gonna stop it?
He's an oppressor, man. He's consistently, like I was reading earlier in Psalms, man, this guy wakes up daily, continually to oppress you, man. This guy's mind wakes up, bro. He's like, how can I oppress him further? How can I make him more vexed? That's why I'm telling you, James, man, step away from the system, man. Esau got y'all, Trump got y'all people angry. We laughing when Trump be trolling, man. We telling y'all Trump's a troll, but y'all want to get all upset. Oh, Trump said this, Trump said that. Oh, what is he doing now? That guy's crazy. Guys, just trolling y'all, man. Getting y'all upset, man. These Edomites going to out here in record numbers go vote for this man in the 2020 election. Y'all going to be like, damn, do we have any friends? You could have sworn your co-worker was saying they was going to vote against him. Then the numbers going to come out. He won 80% of Edomite vote, 85%. He didn't warn all the Edomite women vote in the last election. But yeah, y'all still can't even figure out which one of the Edomite women voted, man. None of them admitting to it.
Exactly.
Ain't not one Edomite admitting to that they vote for this guy. Go down to all these liberal areas of this city and talk to them Edomite women. They're gonna say they didn't vote for him. You're gonna be like, what the hell? The numbers are saying y'all did. So somebody lying.
Somebody lying.
They out there, oh hey buddy, hey. They going out there low-key pushing LGBT on you Negroes.
Did you see that whole panel of Edomites talking about the women?
Yep.
Did I post that?
Posted it.
I was like, this is ridiculous, man. a whole panel of Edomites in Dallas, women, saying about them. What's that? Them women in Congress, them 5 women.
Yeah.
All different nationalities.
Omar Elanian or whatever. She's from Minnesota. You got the AOC from New York.
They need to sit their ass down anyway. But he was talking about. They were talking about they don't see nothing wrong when Trump told them they need to go back to their country.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't see nothing wrong with it. Man, these folks stick together when the time comes. When it comes to it, they gonna stick together.
Yeah, the Edomite woman is pivoting away from feminism, bro.
Yep.
She's showing you that she's not part of your team. You Jake woman.
She done got all her freedom whenever the civil rights bill was passed.
Yeah.
So now she taking it and running with it.
Yeah, she got actually extra ways to get hired.
Yeah.
Because the number one person that benefited from affirmative action was the Edomite woman.
That's right.
She was the number one beneficiary because she was made an oppressed group.
Yep. That's
for
right.
being a woman. And you, Jake, when you run hook, line, and sinker, and you follow Hillary Clinton, who says that Margaret Sanger is her role model. A woman that basically says that she wants our people to be exterminated and create a Planned Parenthood.
Yep.
But again, we're done talking to a lot of our women, man. The brothers that got wives and daughters, they teach them. Sisters that want to believe and want to listen to the gospel, cool. The rest of y'all, hey, do whatever they say, man.
They done, man.
Go into LGBT, WTF. Go all the way into it. Push Democrat, push Bernie Sanders, whatever y'all want.
Just like them young Jakes, man, was on that video. They up in Walgreens or CVS something. All of them twerking, hollering about Hennessy and Plan B. All I want is Hennessy and Plan B.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
Yep.
I'm talking about twerking all of them with Daisy Duke. Even had the little Edomite girl up in there with her. All I want is Hennessy and Plan B. Give me Hennessy and a Plan B.
Keep on through, man. And they're going to be talking about they want to be treated like a lady. Sit your butt down.
Yeah.
Like the scriptures say it, man. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog.
Yep.
That means a bitch. Which is not a bad word. That's a female dog. So y'all get offended. Look it up in the dictionary.
Look it up, man. It's in the Bible.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you ain't gonna listen to no Queen Latifah. Who you calling a bitch? You in IT? You gotta let him know.
Yeah.
Nah. That's what the scripture said, man. Y'all out here being like that when the time comes, man. See, y'all don't know war, man. When the time comes, these militia groups, these National Guardsmen, they're going to be raping these women, man.
Yep, that's right.
You're not under the hedge of protection of Yahweh, man. That's what's going to happen, man.
Be free game.
These guys is already plotting, but before that, when they get the information that they're about to go out there and cause havoc in the streets, they're going to be having some of y'all's girls' Instagram.
Yep.
They're going to be doxing y'all, finding out where y'all live, and some of them guys going to go over there and snatch y'all up.
Yep, that's right.
All you girls that thought it was sweet to just be out here in the streets thinking it's all fine and dandy because Esau got your mind tripped up that you don't need a man. He believes y'all believe protection is 911. When 911 don't work that day, y'all gonna realize there's no protection, man.
Nice.
And Jesus ain't gonna save you, man.
Yep.
Jesus gonna deliver you right into the hands of the slayer, man.
That's right.
You know? That's what's gonna happen, man. That's what we're trying to warn our people about the realities, man. You know, people say, man, it's too much for me, man. Man, I hope it don't happen in my lifetime. Man, I just hope it don't happen in my lifetime.
Either way, you're gonna be done. Either way, happen in your lifetime or the next, you're still gonna be done.
Yeah.
That's right.
All the signs point to calamities coming upon the earth, man.
That's right.
It's just right there. It's just the Most High is just trying to get the rest of his elect sealed. You know, that's it. Everything was right, and it's being staged up, man. The Most High prepared the stage for everything.
Prepared a long time ago.
You know?
And everything just starting to come into play.
Countries are spending a lot of their money on military. India's buying a bunch of planes from Russia to basically get their air force up. Iran is getting their stuff up and getting all the
Well,
missiles.
America just sold them billions of dollars worth of
Taiwan.
weapons to Taiwan. Now they got China all pissed off.
Yep. They
So
sold like
China say
2 billion.
China say they gonna do what? Oh, they gonna just start buying their oil from Iran.
Yep.
How about that?
So there's a lot of economic warfare going on right now. You know, all warfare is economically based.
That's it.
Like people say, all wars are bankless wars. Well, yeah, all these wars are economically based.
Yeah.
You fight to basically keep your influence and influence in certain territories and your resources,
It's
man.
not about humanity, man. It's not about saving people that's being oppressed. It ain't about none of that. It's about the economy.
Yeah,
Who can get their economy up right on top?
yeah, because people don't want to starve. At the end of the day, people want to be able to take care of themselves and their families.
Yep.
Some of them want to be rich and over everybody else, man. And man naturally is territorial, man. Man naturally fights for his survival, man, for his future. You know, his kin. You know, and that's what these nations are fighting for, man. They're tired of being dominated by the elites, man.
Yep.
They're tired of that, so they're setting up their own stuff and putting themselves in a position to win, man. Which they're gonna lose ultimately.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, Armageddon's a war that they're all going to lose.
All of them, yep.
No?
They all going to lose. Right.
Yeah, they're going to lose that war, man. But in their deception, they feel like they're fighting just for their own self-sustaining thing. Our people are the only people that don't have in them the natural instinct of all living organisms on the planet, which is survival.
Yep.
Self-preservation. We're the only people on the planet, we're the only living creatures that don't practice self-preservation.
That's right.
Plants do it, animals do it,
Yep. Yep.
all the other nations do it,
Yep.
little one-celled organisms do it. Amoebas, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Viruses,
right. And we can
bacteria.
do it. And we can do it because we making all these other nations rich, man. They getting filthy rich off us, coming in our neighborhoods, getting rich, selling the house, selling the liquor, selling all that stuff in our
We're
neighborhood.
helping their self-preservation.
Yeah. What happened to your liquor store, your house store? You spending
Bro,
billions.
that's self-preservation.
You got the money. You spending billions of dollars on house.
And this is a global phenomenon, bro. Because I was talking to my brother just about, I was talking to my cousin just about our people in Nigeria. Same thing, bro. Don't believe in these false entities and colonial countries and constructs. Same thing, man.
Yep.
You helping everybody else, they ain't helping you. You helping them get up. You helping their cities prosper.
Yep.
While your cities languish because the federal governments don't want to invest in federal projects. Same thing happens here.
That's right.
You know, when you talk to them, they're like, oh, you're looking too deep into it. I'm like, and you say, you're the only people on the planet. I say, y'all people are the only people on the planet that don't care about their own self-survival. Jake sit there, oh, it's being gentrified. Well, you didn't even believe what's coming anyway. So why are you complaining? I thought y'all was happy that Edomites were willing to move to your neighborhoods, you know? When Jake opened up a convenience store on one side, Ishmael on the other side, Jake go to Ishmael.
Go to Ishmael. I ain't going over there.
Ishmael charge him a higher price. They go to Jake. Hey man, bro, give me a discount.
Yeah.
Hey, give me a discount, man. Hook me up, man.
That's how they do.
But then but the price that Ishmael put up, you pay for it.
Oh yeah, with no question asked.
You don't ask him
Don't
for
even
this
debate.
That shows you the sickness of our people, man.
That's how they used to do it in my office. Go down there to Esau in them office and pay whatever. But want to get in there and sit in the front me and try to negotiate my price, man.
Yeah.
And then they get up and walk out and go over there and pay the high price.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a damn.
That should destroy people, man.
Yeah.
That's a destroy people, period, man.
That's what it is.
Because, like I said, the Edomites, man's ice is colder, man. That's what our people believe, man. Sheesh, man.
This is Romans chapter 8, verse 18. For I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who has subjected the same in hope. Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High. That's a deep scripture, man.
That's deep.
That's a deep scripture. So the Most High said that the creatures made of the earth are waiting till the sons of the Most High, man, be risen up in this place, man, and take it over.
Yep. You got elephants attacking Edomites right now, man.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? You got Edomite. You got what happened? The other one out of nowhere, something attacked the Edomite. I forgot what animal it was. Happened last week.
I know at the time I seen it too. I can't remember what it was. But man, the whole earth is mourning, man. As long as this wicked is in rulership, man. The whole earth is in mourning. He said that the creatures gonna rejoice, man, when this devil get taken down, and whenever the righteous rule. Because you're killing them all up, man.
Yep.
They all becoming extinct. You're slaughtering everything. You're going hunt the animals for game and mounting them on your walls. I mean, you're just destroying the water, the trees, chopping down all the trees. You know, and a lot of insects and a lot of animals depend on that stuff, man. Scriptures say they're gonna rejoice.
Wait, man.
They wait just like us.
They know that this guy.
Yep. They know it's not right.
Controlling the earth is destroying.
They know what's going on ain't right. So when this devil gets taken down, it's gonna be a glorious day, man. It's gonna be a glorious day. Animals gonna be rejoicing. Not let alone the people, man. And when you look at all these heathens walking around here, man, they just free willy. Like they on top of the world.
This is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou should give us reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
Destroy them which destroy the earth, man.
You got like whales beaching on the shores. I mean, you got all kinds of sea creatures that are coming up on the shores because the ocean's been depleted, man.
The ocean's been depleted, man. It's the price of seafood is just so high, it's ridiculous. It's because they can't catch the fish no more.
Yeah, they contaminate the fish.
Or they contaminating, or they catching them in so massive amount. And with the ones that they don't want, they throwing them back.
And they're dead when they throw them back.
Yeah,
they already done breed. They already been.
So you're killing a lot of young fish, older fish that lay eggs, and a younger fish that was bound to grow up. You're killing them all.
Yeah. Whatever you catch, you bring to the sea, and then it's enough for they don't know how to do things in an ecological state.
And doing it with no sympathy, man.
Yeah.
And the scripture says they don't even blush. Do it without a blush, man. Esau just does it like it's that natural wickedness in them.
Some of these liberal Edomites, the solution is to turn vegan.
Yeah.
You know? talking about that they don't like to see animals get hurt. So chose evil ass down, Esau. As I tell brothers, it's okay to be vegan, but know why you're doing it, man.
That's right.
Don't be doing it because Esau that came and convinced you by showing you some documentary.
Right.
How shot is meat.
That's right.
So you can eat meat if you want to, or if you don't want to, but don't do it because he's Edomite and his own agenda is pushing that stuff, man. Brothers can tell you, we didn't hear the word vegan to the 21st century.
Yep, that's right.
Brothers can tell you that, man. A lot of you young jakes, some guys that are a little bit younger than us, y'all think that's a known thing. We didn't even hear the word vegan in the 90s, bro. That's a new stuff. That's a whole new thing that came up in the last like 15 years, really.
Just eat it in moderation, man.
Yeah.
That's
so
all you have
the
to
scriptures don't neglect the post.
Right.
You know, eat your fruits and vegetables. You know what I'm saying? But be wise and understand why you're doing something, man. Because any reason why you feel like if you're doing it for your sake, your own sake, because that's how you want to do, that's okay. The scripture said, we went into that in the book of Corinthians. You know what I'm saying? You can eat what you want to eat according to the law, whatever is within the law.
That's right.
If you want to eat beef, vegan, cool, be vegan.
Yep.
You see, but understand that these people pushing their own agenda. So they're pushing their own agenda as to why they doing some of that stuff too.
That Passover come around, you gotta eat that meat, man.
Yep. Ask a guy, an Old Testament only Israelite, if he ate lamb, bro. He's vegan. He didn't want to answer, man. He was offended. Because he probably has a tofu lamb.
Yeah. Lamb flavor.
Because on his IG, he talks down on meat all day. You know what I'm saying?
And that tofu ain't healthy for you.
Yeah.
Shit, my way of making that, you know it ain't healthy, man.
They said tofu can mess up with your hormones.
Yeah.
Eat it too much. It's like soy.
Yep, that's what it is.
It's like soy too.
That's what it's made of. Tofu is soy, right?
It's soy based.
I ain't mistaken.
Yeah, you gotta get your protein sources from like a whole bunch of beans, a bunch of them.
Yep.
Which is okay. Just if you exercise, you do resistance training, you want to rebuild your muscle, you know. They got some vegan based protein shakes. That's not dairy based or whatever. But some of that stuff be soy and that can mess with your hormone balance.
Yep.
So you got to be careful with some of that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they got a whole documentary coming out. It might be on Netflix where it talks about all these people. Some of these are famous people, entertainers and athletes, talk about how being vegan helped them. Like a big Olympic weightlifter.
Yeah.
Talked about it. You know what I'm saying? So.
A lot of them people that eat that stuff, man, like that organic and all that type of stuff, they wind up catching cancer just like another person, man.
I knew a guy, my brother-in-law's friend, when my sister got married, he was telling us about his friend that was at the wedding because he was one of the groomsmen with me. He was saying about how his dad got cancer. He was eating breakfast. We all went together to eat breakfast with us. Man, he said, my dad runs every day. He's been vegan for 15 years, and he still got cancer.
This devil can't produce nothing organic, man. He can't.
I got organic seedless watermelon.
Yeah, he done messed up the earth so much. You cannot produce nothing that's purely organic.
Yep.
There's no way.
You got organic seedless watermelons, man.
Yeah. Now, what kind of sense does that make? Scriptures told you that all fruits should have a seed, man.
Yep. This man is the mad scientist. He's diabolical, man. He believes that he can make things better, man. He's God. And we can get that out in Thessalonians.
That's what he believes.
He's putting himself in that stead, in that position. And y'all take it. Just like I called that lady out. I said, this same lady that's giving you this Christianity is going to tell you that we evolved from monkeys.
Yep.
But the Bible didn't say that, man. So like I said, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That same Edomite will tell you, will sit down with you she teaches class, a science class, at a middle school or high school. She's gonna tell you evolve from monkeys, talk about Homo erectus.
Same one that was out here trying to preach scripture. This is 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 3. What? That's verse 2. Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, no, verse 3. I'm sorry. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
Yep, that's Esau, man.
Yep.
As weird as it ain't no one man, it's Esau, man. It's one man. It's Esau.
One big Edomite.
Yeah.
When the Most High refers to the children of Israel, he calls us Israel.
Yeah, or Jacob.
Or Jacob. Like one man, the one man's name.
Yep. He is the man. Like in the 70s say, the man trying to get me, the man holding me back. It's one person, man.
Yep.
But it's one big Edomite.
One big old hawk.
Nope. It's all one person, man. He put his image in saying he's God, man.
Yep.
Put an image of him touching, you know, had in the Sistine Chapel like this. Y'all all believing that it's him, man.
Yep.
Saying that he's God, basically changed up the whole words of the Bible.
Faces of the apostles, of the judges.
Yeah.
Of the Son of God.
That's Job 9:24, right?
Yep.
I mean, it's one man, bro. It's all one collective person.
It's the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So you got to analyze who's running the earth, man. And then that's your answer. Ishmael not running the earth. The Arabs not running the earth. The Chinese not running the earth.
Yeah.
That only leaves you the so-called white man. He's running the earth.
Yeah, type in Jesus in the Google images and see who pops up. See who pops up. Type in God.
Right.
Type in God. You're going to see a whole bunch of pictures of Esau.
Yep.
This is 1 Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 48. And laid open the book of the law wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
The heathen sought to paint the likeness of their images.
Yep.
That means they painted all the apostles. They painted so-called Jesus, Yahawashi. They painted all them to look like them.
Yep. That's what they would do, man. They want to confuse you.
And then when you come and try to tell Jake the truth, it don't matter.
Well, Jake is too busy trying to talk about the Egyptians are black.
Yeah.
Jake too caught up in that freaking what do you call it? That distraction. Y'all fighting over that more than y'all fighting y'all in Israel. The Egyptians was put down to become a base people, man, according to prophecy.
And they ought to see that Esau tried to steal their identity.
Yeah. Esau the master of disguise, man. Esau's everybody but himself.
Esau is the many-faced God.
You know?
In the Game of Thrones, the many-faced God.
He's the master of disguise, man.
Yeah.
The guy's truly the master of disguise, man.
That's right, man.
He has literally made himself every people.
Every people.
In fact, what was it that I was watching? I was watching something on YouTube, and they were talking like Nebuchadnezzar. Adam is an Edomite, man.
Ain't that something?
Like, this stuff is just unbelievable.
That's crazy.
No? See, they can't get away with the Persian because they still around, and they gonna let everybody knows you can't get away with that.
Yeah.
You can't get away with making Xerxes an Edomite. You can't get away with it. And everybody else, they'll try and get away with it, man. Oh, there was an article that came out. Esau said he the Philistines. And they said that they dug up some bones, and they said that the Philistines were European people.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Don't believe me? Look it up, man.
The devil is full of deception, man.
This guy keeps moving, man. He's trying to hide that identity, man. Talking about nations don't matter. Nations are specifically tied to prophecy, man. You know? They're specifically tied to prophecy.
That's an African way to heat all nations in Tennessee.
What's up?
Like I said, that heat.
What's up? 2, 5.
Delta. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, and neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
So how's Trump saying, go back to your country? When this is his MO, is to heap the people unto himself.
Right.
That lady was Somalian. They took Somalian refugees and brought them in large number to Minneapolis.
Yep.
Because they went and destroyed it, man. Black Hawk Down.
Yep.
Al Esau that went over there and was doing a lot of this stuff, basically creating proxy wars with what's that terrorist group called? Over there in Somalia. There's a Somalian terrorist group that's over there. I forgot the name. It was big time.
I can't think of the name of it. It just on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah. They went over there and was doing all that stuff over there in the Horn because Esau wanted control of the seas over there. That's why you have the Somali pirates raiding a lot of their stuff over there and taking them captive, man. Yep. You people don't know about that. He desires everything. The dude goes around the whole world trying to take over everything. Then when he destroys the area, he bringing the people as refugees as a buffer. You get what I'm saying? Because what he's going to do, this is the plan. See, y'all don't understand how deep this man is. He's taking people as refugees so he can basically brainwash them, convert their minds, westernize them, to then use them as potential spies against their own people over there.
It's the Al-Shabaab?
Something like that. Al-Shabaab. There was another group too.
It's the one in Nigeria.
One is buffing around.
Yeah, it ain't them.
It's not them. There's like a historic terrorist organization in Somalia. I got it like in the back of my head. Somalian terrorists. Yeah, Al-Shabaab.
Yeah.
That's the most recent one, but they had another name back then. But yeah. So what Esau does by keeping them, he's trying to get intel on these people. He's trying to make these people potential translators for the CIA, so they can translate the languages. They can send people over there that will act as diplomats and things like that, so they can spy and be informants. So Esau has like a long-range plan when he does stuff like that, man. It's another human resource for him to use.
That's what Russia just did to America. America just then they just busted a Chinese spy in Russia.
Yep.
Here in America.
America's had an Iranian spy that was just executed by Iran.
Yep.
They caught sending documents of what Iran was doing over there. They caught him and they executed him like about a couple weeks ago.
That's right.
No, girl's overly tan, bro. Girl, that girl's skin gonna be looking like leather. Love the skin you're in. So
stay in that booth probably every day.
Yeah, probably got
burnt. Skin probably burnt.
That's something straight leather, man.
That one in the back looked like she damn near black. She's so burnt.
Yeah, man.
And looked like she about 50-something years old.
Yeah. It's a whole game changer that's going on this earth, man. It's a whole game changer.
This place is ridiculous, man.
This place is done, man.
They want to be like the people they oppress.
And the people that are oppressed want to be like them. Isn't that right? Each of them running away from their true selves.
Confusion, man. That's confusion.
Running away from their true selves.
That is utterly confusion.
You got people that was black fishing on Instagram.
Yeah.
And girls will go out there trying to look like Jake women, but they ain't, and they get called out.
That was cold.
By people that know them.
That was cold.
They really doing that, man, because some of them girls realize, man, if you look like a Jake woman, you got braids in your hair, and you got brown skin, that you're gonna be more likely to be liked on IG.
Yeah.
You're gonna get more followers globally because IG is a global thing. So people that's all around the world, they want women that look closer to where they grew up at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But these girls saw that in the algorithm, man. They saw that in the algorithm that if you just a regular, Vanna White looking Edomite, you ain't gonna get as much love. So the sisters complain, oh, they trying to be like us, but then why y'all not braiding their hair like they are? Yeah. They proud to braid their hair.
But you don't.
But you want to
straighten yours like that.
You want to put on the blonde wig on your head. That's confusion, man.
Blonde, blue hair.
And y'all fighting against her for her trying to be like what your man is trying to tell you to be like.
Yeah.
That's the oddity of it. Your man is saying, be who you are, be like this. No, I want to go put leprous hair in my head.
Right.
And be like the oppressor. But then when the oppressor goes to flip the game on you, and she gonna put braids in her hair, you talking about cultural appropriation. So y'all
That's backwards, man. Jake woman straightening her hair, bleaching her skin, and then you got the Edomite woman braiding her hair and tanning. That's confusion.
Yep. But then you don't want to listen to
them. You good, bro? You good?
Then you don't want to listen to the men of your own nation.
Yeah.
Telling you what you should be doing. So that's the reason why the Most High is going to change the game. But really, it comes down to power. You envy the Edomite woman because she's the woman that's in the power seat. That's all it is. It's a power issue. That's why y'all don't want to listen. As soon as Jake get power, y'all would do anything Jake said. But by that time, for a lot of y'all, it's gonna be too late anyway. Like it says, Michael, she is my enemy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
A lot of times y'all get what Esau, y'all go natural. I see it all the time.
Oh yeah, that's what they do.
Y'all go natural to the mug. Y'all go afro, braids.
That's what Esau want, man. They want that one closest to Africa as he can get.
Yeah.
Make her turn back to her natural look.
Yeah. And that's what he told her to do.
Yeah.
She did it. When she was with her Jake man before, he told her to do it. She went first thing she went and got her some hair and attached it to her head, man.
Just to rebel against it.
But then she break up, oh, niggas ain't shit.
Yeah.
Then go there with Esau. Esau say,
why you wear all that weave in your hair?
Why you wear that? I like it.
You got some beautiful hair.
Now she all. Then you go on Facebook or whatever talking about how they like they like us natural.
Yeah.
Sit your confused butt down. I see it all the time, man. Had an aunt that married an Edomite back in the 80s.
Huh? So they must have had a gang.
Yeah, it must have. Yeah. Shoot, must have just kicked off because they was walking around, or maybe they was already started.
Yeah.
Or they might be going, right?
Might be let it flooded, they let it out.
Yeah. So yeah, Lord, we just gotta keep the faith, man. Just gotta keep the faith.
Yep.
And this place is not worth it, man. This place is not worth it. It's not worth salvaging. This place is through, man.
You can't keep the faith following after these heathens. There ain't no way. You can't have faith in the Lord and doing the works of these heathens. It just ain't gonna happen, man. Going to these heathen churches, believing in their doctrine. Most High not dealing with them, man.
Yahawashi said. John chapter 17 and verse 14. I have given them thy word, and the world hath hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil. They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. As thou hast sent me into the world, even so have I also sent them into the world. And for their sakes I sanctify myself, that they also might be sanctified through the truth. Neither pray I for these alone, but for them also which shall believe on me through their word. That was Yahushua's prayer, man. Yep. And we need to be sanctified in the truth. And you can't be sanctified in the truth dealing with this world, man.
With this world.
You just can't, man. You can't be out here believing that in elections. Scripture tells us not to vote for, to not have someone over us that's not of our people.
Yep.
That's already against the law in of itself.
Yeah.
On top of that, it's your oppressor you're talking about. They desire nothing more than you to be destroyed. Right now, they're just using us to build up themselves, man, and also for their own entertainment. But after that, they want to do like the movie Divergent, man. They're going to try and exterminate you. Put you in the category of the undesirables and mark you for death. Well, Edomites over down the street pointing, man. They know the deal. They know the deal. They better buckle up. You better buckle up for that ride, like that Lord say. The earth shall sway to and fro like a drunken man. You know? They ain't ready, man. They ain't ready. Close it out. Let's stop this.
Book of St. Matthew, verse 26. This is the book of St. Matthew 26 and verse 6. Now when Yahawashi was in Bethany, in the house of Simon the leper, there came unto him a woman having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head as he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, To what purpose is this waste? For this ointment might have been sold for much, and given to the poor. When Yahawashi understood it, he said unto them, Why trouble ye the woman? For she hath wrought a good work upon me. For ye have the poor always with you, but me ye have not always. For in that she has poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also this, that this woman has done, be told for memorial of her. So with that, I want to give all the glory and all the honor and all the praises to the Most High God, Yahweh, and to His Son, Yahawashi. Peace and salutation to the brothers and sisters that are doing this work in truth and in sincerity. Shalom.